Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, and Tyler Wright. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of Fans Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Swift Reynolds. We have Professor Flowers, T Wright, and 100% RC. What's going on, man? What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
You know what? Bump the pleasure streets. We getting right into it. I don't care about y'all day. I want to talk about this game. 49ers versus Cowboys.
Let's get ready.
You don't even care about our day, Bill. Come on, man.
I'm ready to rumble. That's why.
Look, he been talking about this all day in the chat, y'all.
Hey, he been 38 in the chat today. He been hot in the chat, boy.
I know he didn't get no work done today.
Hey, I pulled over to the side road just to test y'all. Y'all know that, right?
I believe
Hey,
it.
that's a good thing, though.
Found me empty parking space.
I respect that, though. You pulled over safety first. That's right.
Yeah, I seen the chat blowing up. I said, "Heck, nah, I gotta get my word in on this one." RC started it this morning, so
yeah, I came to the way. Yeah, the champ is here. The champ is here.
RC, this for you right here. I got Mr. Petty right here.
oh my word.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Mr. Petty.
See, RC, I came in work kind of sleepy this morning. Down here, that's the man I want to see. There you go. I'm glad I ran into you this morning. I'm like, okay. I snapped out of that sleepiness. I said, all right, let's go. We can go.
He looked around
right here.
He looked around the corner like Shannon Sharp. He's like, dang, boy, he never come in this early.
Hey, I was like, okay, we're gonna start off right here. We ain't gonna do it no pod. We're gonna start right here. But anyway, the 49ers take care of the Cowboys 19-12. I'll let RC go first. This is team.
They unlocked themselves.
This is team. I'll let you go first, RC.
Man, I ain't got nothing to say. Man, I'm pretty
sure you do got something to say.
All I know is that those were the best two defenses in the National Football. The best two defenses left playing in the playoffs right now. The Cowboys and the 49ers. And it showed. And that's the type of game you're gonna have with those two styles of defense. You got an offensive coordinator, or you got Shanahan, who used to be Dan Quinn's offensive coordinator. He knew it was just like they knew what each other was gonna do, and it was just like, I think we was wearing them down, and they was trying to basically just break our wheel, and that ain't the way you want to go against the 49ers. But I think what I was more impressed with was I was really impressed with Dallas. I got to give Dallas some love because I didn't expect them to be able to handle our run game like that. And their defensive line's a lot faster than I thought they were. Their secondary is boo-boo. Their secondary and their linebackers. I'm confused about Dan Quinn lining up their best player everywhere. That played into our hands because you wore him down. He at the defensive end, he rushes some plays and he go play linebacker, he chasing around deep. That's not smart, man. That's not smart. You don't use Deion Sanders at safety, cornerback, linebacker. You don't do that. You use him at wide receiver and cornerback, and you do it sparingly. You don't do it like every other play you swapping them around. But with that being said, they played well. We outlasted them, man, and then I really feel like Dak probably would have threw about 4 interceptions if our guys could catch. But it was a good game, man. It was a good game. So
yeah, it really was a good game. Hats off to the 49 defense. They were getting after the second half. It seemed like they just had a burst of energy. and it just overwhelmed the Cowboys O line. And I guess they pinned their ears back because like we don't got to worry about Tony Pollard. We don't got to worry about him hitting us on the ends, outflanking us. So they like we ain't worried about Zeke. He's fat and overshaped. Well, he did lose some weight, but still, he on his last legs. Like we ain't worried about old Zeke. And
big knee brace. But I didn't realize he played with that big knee brace.
Oh yeah. He been playing for 2 years now with that knee brace, I believe. Yeah, he don't have that same cut, and he just don't. It seemed like there was holes open, but he can't hit them. He just couldn't make that cut. You had to make that little cut back to get to the hole, and he just couldn't do it. He just ran straight forward into the linebackers. I was like, come on, dude, you gotta make that cut because there was a hole right there. So the 49 defense, man, they fast, man. I'm there. Wagner, not Wagner. Fred Warner.
Fred Warner. Yeah, that play he made on
hit stick. I think he just keep his on automatic hit stick or something.
Him running with CD Lamb was impressive, man.
It was. I feel like that should threw it not to the inside. I felt like he could have threw it a little bit over his head. Still like threat. I don't know. He tried to bully.
No, you right. No, you're right. He should have put a little more on it so CD could have ran and got it.
Yeah, he threw it. He threw that way short. I don't know. He should put a little bit more air in it. I guess he didn't take into consideration how fast Fred Warner got back there, so he thought it was just an easy layup. Most of the time it is, but that's Fred Warner.
Yeah.
So we have seen Bobby Ratner do the same thing. Coverage receivers downfield. Not all linebackers can do that. So Dak,
I've seen Ray Lewis. I've seen Ray Lewis do it.
Yeah,
cover across the middle like that. Younger Ray Lewis.
We saw Patrick Willis do it plenty of times. So it's kind of crazy that Dak didn't watch tape on Fred Warner, knowing that his ability is to go go side to side, line to sideline, and just be all over the place. But I don't know where do I want to start? I think I'll start with Dak first. He really did cost them the game. He threw 2 interceptions that was very costly. He threw in the first quarter, he threw that interception. I don't know who he was throwing it to. He thought he saw Dez Bryant on the sideline or something. It was nobody over there, just a 49ers corner. And the second one before half was huge. I think that was the biggest one right there. That was on 49ers 25-yard line, somewhere around there.
They were in the red zone.
Yeah, I felt like they were going to score. I really did. I felt like they had all the momentum to score right there, score a touchdown. And when he threw that into coverage, I was like, bro, I felt like this is it. Like you can come back from one turnover. This isn't the LA Chargers defense. This is a top-rated defense. You cannot turn the ball over more than one time against them. And he made that mistake. And I just want to tell Cowboy fans to pump their brakes on that. Because y'all saying, like, we tired of this, we tired of that. But what quarterback would you get to even replace that? Or even get to that level of that status? It's not a lot of quarterbacks can do that. Just like the Kyle Murray situation, right? We were like, hey, what should the Cards do with him? Well, you already paid him all that money. So they still better than the average quarterback, Kyler Murray and Dak. So you just build around them. I felt like the offense is very vanilla from Dallas. Well,
wait a minute.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Dak Prescott and he's a black Jimmy Garoppolo. You can find somebody better.
Jimmy G don't lead the league with 5,000 passing yards. Well, 4,000 passing yards a couple years ago. Jimmy G don't do that.
They don't do that part, but Dak lead the league in interceptions. So
this is after injury. This is after. I think he's still trying to get back. It's something mental.
Hold on. Jimmy
that don't usually play like that.
He's 2 years removed from that.
Jimmy's 2 years removed from. Jimmy's always hurt. He hurt right now. So he's both of them have the same issue. Watch how they throw the football. They never they jump to throw the ball. Like they don't leave their feet on the ground. They don't really get. It's like they don't. It's like they don't never look comfortable throwing the football. Dak almost look like he's hopping almost.
Yeah, he antsy. He wasn't like that a couple years ago.
Yeah,
He was
that
very
injury
confident.
did something
He
to him.
was a very confident young
Let,
man.
let me say something though about that though, Ben. Because you want to know what happened a few years ago. His offensive line was better.
Yeah,
The talent was
yeah,
better around them.
Yeah,
yeah.
that happens when you have. Look at Tom Brady. Dude don't even go through his progression with the Buccaneers. He first read and he throw it away. So yeah, you'll be antsy too if your O line is not on par. We saw it from Drew Brees too when he was getting hit. He was just ready to get that ball out of it. How many catches did Kamara have? Like 80 something. He was just checking it down to Kamara
But
because nobody else.
the Cowboys was the number one rated offense in the NFL. Am I correct?
I'm not quite sure on that.
Yes, they were the number one rated offense. They've had the number one offense for a few years now. Where if they were number one, they was top 5. So they can score points. So that's not an issue for Dak Prescott. I think they're using him wrong and they're asking too much of Dak. I don't think it's Dak. I
Yes.
think he's a play action. He need to be used just like they use Purdy, Tua, Russell Wilson. It's play action, it's bootlegs. You can't ask him to stand in the pocket and then when the play break down, let him do his thing. But he's not a pocket passer. The way they used him yesterday was correct. Let him run around when the play broke down. But you got to have established your run game and allow him to play. He will be great in the West Coast offense. Is what I'm trying to say.
Shanahan system.
Same thing. Jalen Hurts running right now. Let Dak run that same offense and watch. He'll look a whole lot better. Quit trying to make him into Troy Aikman. He's not him.
That's why I don't like Kellen Moore offense. He got it from Boise State. It just is not prolific in my opinion. So we saw them 2 costly mistakes from the offense from Dak, and like I said, it was just down here from there. They need to beef up that offense. I feel like the receivers were underwhelming. Michael Gallup, I think he only had 2 targets the whole game. Where was he at?
They targeted. So wait a minute. Now let me stop you real quick because we have to blame Dak and McCarthy for the targets. Well, probably mainly Dak because 90% of the targets went
he
to
wasn't
Dalton
open.
Schultz and
CD Lamb. Yeah.
But Michael Gallup was not open.
You gotta throw people open in the league, man.
Yeah.
You gotta throw people open.
Bro.
You don't think Dak can throw people open? But like I'm saying, we saw T.Y. Hilton. If T.Y. Hilton catching the ball, Michael
one
Gallup,
target.
surely.
One target.
Exactly. Yeah.
One target.
How many games have you played with Dallas?
But wait. That means he's not going through his progression. But listen, man, CeeDee Lamb had the coverage. They probably had the coverage shift to CeeDee Lamb. So he was forcing it to CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb's a great player.
He was forcing it.
Look, CeeDee Lamb ran. It was a safety. When he caught the ball over Diamondor, it was a safety high, and it was Diamondor. He was trailing. So that's 2 guys. He threw that into double coverage. Then CeeDee Lamb, like he forced it into CeeDee Lamb. You can't tell me Noah Brown, all the rest of them got. So we covered everybody.
All right.
No.
I'm with you.
Hold on.
Schultz and CeeDee Lamb were the main.
Wasn't y'all bashing Noah Brown a couple of days ago?
Well, I told you a couple of days ago who was the second. Who was the second one?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Brees had the same problem. Michael Thomas was the only person getting open. There was nobody else getting open.
Bro, that's in the NFL. Somebody's open.
Somebody's open.
No.
T.Y. was open on that comeback route.
Yeah,
he only targeted him once. He only targeted him once, though. There are ways to get people the ball. I seen Cincinnati throwing bubble screens to Jamar Chase and all this and that. It's ways to get people the ball.
Exactly. So how is that fault? That's what I'm saying. The offense is really just step back.
It's Dak's fault because it's decision making.
Yeah,
his decision making.
Wait, you saying he throwing a double coverage? What he obviously throwing into a corner that's covering his receiver.
He has a league leading 14% when he's pressured. When he's under pressure, he completes 14% of his passes. When he's pressured, so that's decision making. That means when Bosa's up his back, he won't step up in the pocket. He just gets antsy. I think
that's every quarterback though.
Let me ask you this though,
Ben. You can't go through your progression if you're pressured.
When did Dak throw to the check down yesterday?
What check down? Zeke about 7 times.
It don't matter.
Zeke doing all these can't
but
catch
how
the football.
often did he do it? You take what the defense give you. Dak was too busy trying to force. The game got tight. He felt like he had to make a play. I agree. That's what they want you to do, but he did it. He felt right.
What's the point when Zeke He almost cost another interception. Ball bounces off his shoulder because he can't catch. Like, it
Wait,
was
man.
plenty of
I mean, I'm
passes
not,
like
I'm
that.
not knocking Dak for that, but you guys just knocked him some of the throws.
Yeah.
Man. So y'all
Miscommunication on that hitch route that he
telling
probably
me
thought was a comeback.
You
You
just said Drew was checking the ball down like crazy.
Yes, indeed, bro.
And Drew took
ain't
it.
no Kamara played for the Cowboys.
It don't matter.
saying-
You throw it
Wait.
to the check down.
Man,
You
come
throw it.
on,
Wait,
You
bro.
throw it to the
Y'all
check
not
down.
being. Y'all not.
Wait. So let me say this.
Go ahead.
Let me use this. I want Cowboy fans to hear me. Hold this AO Cowboy fan. And back-to-back years, you lost to Jimmy Garoppolo and Mr. Irrelevant. So you mean to tell me Mr. Irrelevant can find the open guy to check down? Mr. Irrelevant, hold on. Mr. Irrelevant, you did not know who Brandon Ayuk was. These are not
That's
household
besides the
names.
point.
These are developed players. They developed though. That's the thing. Noah Brown he's coming along, but Ayuk developed, Debo developed, Kittle's developed. These are not household names. They are now because they develop in the system.
So
We know for a fact Mr. Irrelevant is not a developed quarterback. He's a rookie. So why can he do it and Dak can't do it? What's the issue?
Okay.
Coaching?
So you just
What is
made my argument.
What is
You
it? What is
said
your argument?
you just made my argument. You said they all developed guys. Is Dallas coaching staff? Do they have the ability? Because from what I've
develop
seen over the years, they do not.
They've had great drafts. Well, hold on. Whoa. No,
Great drafts.
They've had great drafts, great player development.
On offense. Okay. Name them draft picks.
Preston Wilson
from the offense side of the ball. So we had Zeke, right?
Preston Wilson.
Tyron Smith.
Yes,
Zach Martin.
No, we talking about receivers.
Skill player.
Oh, receivers.
Skill players.
Oh, skill player. I thought you were talking about offense as a whole.
Okay, well, how far back you want to go? I got you.
Dak. You just going through Dak first year.
Miles Austin. Where else do we need to go?
Hold on. Me not being a Cowboy fan, I'm gonna say this. They picked the big name guy. They picked the Dez Bryant. They picked the CeeDee Lamb. Then they sprinkle guys around Amari Cooper. They bring in Amari Cooper. See, if you had,
but they didn't draft him. They didn't develop Amari Cooper.
But if you had Amari Cooper, because Dallas don't really. They just started building.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So you comparing y'all receiving core to Dallas receiving core. No,
that's Dallas' fault though. It's Jerry Jones' fault.
That's what I'm saying.
That's Jerry Jones' fault.
It's not Dak's fault. Y'all make it seem like Dak built the offense.
No, listen.
Dak has to take credibility for his failures.
It's
not all on Dak. He's part of it.
It's not all, but people putting it all on Dak, which is not correct.
One is building through the draft, and one is building through free agency. Okay, one is building through the draft, the other is building through free agency. So there is a difference. There is a clear difference.
Nobody told Jerry Jones to pay Ezekiel Elliott $15 million.
Right. Yes.
And then also, what other owner in the National Football League? Every time they team lose, they interview him at the end of the game. He's the most glorified, most overhyped owner ever. He's always on TV talking. With that, that overrules the coach. But my point is, when you're playing quarterback in the National Football League and you're playing for the Dallas Cowboys, you already know playing quarterback is a tough position. You're going to be on a lot of scrutiny. It's the plays he makes. It's the decision making. He has the intangible.
Yeah, he get a little that's cool sometimes.
No, a lot. 19 times. Come on, bro.
That's all. Hey, I feel like if you take that guy Dallas and put him with Sean Payton or offensive genius,
bro,
not Kellen Moore, not Jason Garrett.
Wait a minute. What's the difference between Mike McCarthy and Sean Payton?
Mike McCarthy had Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers.
They got about the same winning percentage. Honestly,
they got the same.
Of course, we have Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers.
Both Sean Payton was successful too. I mean, he still won with them. That's the thing.
What's the difference? One Super Bowl apiece, or losing in the playoffs.
McCarthy is not an offensive genius.
He's
sometimes he's incompetent, as we saw from the previous year.
We
saw that from Aaron Rodgers. But hold on, I want to do this real quick though.
What's the difference? What's the
Sean
difference?
Payton developed players through the draft.
Jordan Nelson, Donald Driver,
Greg Jennings.
That wasn't Mike McCarthy.
That was Mike McCarthy.
It was Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers.
What?
Still got to put talent around them.
This dude crazy.
It was Holman or Mike Holman, wherever his name.
Holgram, no. Randall
Yes.
Cobb, that wasn't Mike Holgram. Mike
But
Holgram
he the one who got Donald Driver and them rest of the boys.
Okay, we'll take Donald Driver out. It's Jordy Nelson, it's Greg Jennings, it's
Devontae.
Devontae. Come on, man. Don't do that.
Y'all pick and choose of which I want to elevate.
We're
which
not
I
picking
don't.
and choosing. I mean,
All right.
McCarthy had to develop. Devontae Adams was what, a third, fourth, fifth round pick? It took him 2-3 years to become what he was. That's development, right?
But the question is,
Well,
are you giving Dak? You giving Dak an excuse? That's what
No,
you're doing.
I'm saying he don't
It's
deserve all the
always
blame. I don't think he deserves all the blame. I think he's better than half the quarterbacks in the league.
Half, maybe a quarter of the quarterbacks.
He's the black Jimmy Garoppolo. He's the turnover waiting to happen.
I mean, his playoff performance made me say that.
Last year, when we looked at the top 10 through Pro Football Focus, CBS,
wait a minute.
Dak.
I wasn't on the show, so you cannot include me in the y'all top 10 list because I wasn't a part of it.
I wasn't part of it either.
What is this?
Going down to Utah.
Every time, bro.
You won't pull the receipts? I'll pull the receipts.
We need to read this after the Super Bowl. We can make a list.
Yeah, we can. We always make an end of the year list, then we make a beginning of the season list.
But this is my question before you move on. The score was 19-12. A touchdown was the difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you take the 2 interceptions off the board, you take the crazy field goal fiasco.
Mm-hmm.
They win the game. They're right there in overtime, or they win the game. Okay.
I think they win the game though.
Can I add something to that after you done, see?
So Purdy outplayed him by not turning the football over. Okay. And then Purdy also on third down, he converted. He converted key third down.
Yeah.
Dak was in fourth down all the time, going for fourth down because they don't have field kick.
I wonder why. I mean,
I want to speak about that.
But we compare apple to oranges here. That's what I'm saying. Look at the 49ers weapons. Cowboys, they don't have a Kittle. They don't have 2 running backs.
And they still win the game.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They would have won the game going into halftime. The momentum would have shifted.
So all year long, they've been scoring points. Now you get to the 49ers, who got the number 1 ranked defense.
All right, thanks for bringing that up. Thank you for
This
bringing
is
that
crazy,
up. Number
man.
1 defense.
Give the 49ers
number 1.
some credit.
Hey, number 1 defense from what y'all saying, but not according to my thing. But y'all could have the number 1 offense after looking at y'all schedule and looking at the people y'all play against.
Look at Dallas' schedule. Whoa, look at Dallas' schedule.
It makes sense. No, hold on. It makes sense that y'all would have the number 1 defense.
Look at Dallas' schedule.
Hold on. So roll the teams off, and then every team you say, I'm gonna tell you where they were at that point in time when you tell me. Give me my schedule.
All right, let's go. This is all right. Everybody, shut it down. Did y'all know the teams that y'all play against this year? Their record was 103 wins and 139 losses. That's a 42%.
Okay, but
the Cowboys.
At the point,
no. That's perfect though. I'm about to
give me the team so I can say what.
All right, I got it right here. Week 1, Justin Fields, y'all lost.
We lost.
Jimmy G was the quarterback, right?
No, Trey Lance was.
Trey Lance was quarterback. Okay.
Right, we lost.
Chicago had only 3 wins this entire year.
Right.
That was the first game of the year.
This don't make sense. Come on, go ahead.
In a monsoon.
Come on.
In a monsoon.
Week 2, Geno, y'all beat him. It's Geno, okay?
Oh, here we go.
Week 3, Wilson, y'all lost. Broncos only won 5 games this year.
Oh, there we go.
At that time, what their record was at that time, 1-1.
And it was terrible. A terrible 1-1. That offense was.
That is crazy.
You can say that now.
Yeah,
you can say that right now.
Everybody was wondering. You can't tell me that y'all was not wondering how the Broncos was looking.
Bro, this is the block you were going to shut down by going back to when Jesus was born.
I'm about to, because if you look, I'm about. Let me ask my question after I go through this.
Hold on. So you saying Jesus when he was a baby wasn't worth that to us? That's crazy.
No, you say. Look, no. Let me finish this. All right, Stafford, y'all beat him. Mayfield, y'all beat him. Week 6, Mariota, y'all lost to him. Mahomes, y'all lost to him. Stafford, y'all beat him. Herbert, y'all beat him. McCoy, Dalton, Tua, Brady, Geno, Hockey, Stidman,
All
and
good quarterback. Come on, man.
Blah.
That's crazy.
What? What kind of quarterback list is
You
this?
name Mahomes, you name Brady, you name Herbert, you name Heineken, which was on the playoff
Already,
team
y'all
at
always
that time.
dissing.
All
Oh,
them
so
was
y'all
in the
only
playoffs.
play. It seems like y'all can't play against quarterbacks that can move around. Cause y'all lost to Fields, y'all lost to
We just
Mariota,
played one that can move around.
y'all lost to Mahomes.
We played. Listen, bro.
No, y'all
This is-
can't play against. It seems like y'all can't play against quarterbacks that can move around.
You need to get a PR person, bro. You need to get a PR person. You need to get a person that work your staff. You need to get a person that give you get your stuff together. Because this the block. This is what you came to the block when you brought a gun. You brought a knife to a gunfight.
No, because
Pull
this
out the
is it.
chopper,
I
RC.
see why y'all number one defense. Y'all haven't played nobody, RC.
Oh
Y'all haven't
wow,
played
man.
no quarterback. Y'all haven't played no real quarterback. And y'all talking about that.
You
That's
just
another real quarterback then. Y'all saying that's not a real quarterback. That's another real quarterback to the list.
so the Eagles been playing
So
quarterback
y'all lost a real quarterback in Mahomes.
What about the Eagles? What about the Cowboys? Who have they played? That's so
in their
great.
division. In their
Eagles
division,
play
who's
a
the best
Liga
quarterback?
team.
Who?
I don't have the thing. Y'all put it
They
up.
play-
It's not my
They
argument.
They had to play the AFC South, right?
right.
Yeah.
Garbage. They played each other. Daniel Jones, Heineke twice.
Twice
Garbage.
now. You get to play them twice.
Man, I, ain't
You
got
know
this,
the Pro
I need
Bowl.
their schedule in front of me.
That's
I can
crazy.
put it
man.
up.
Trust me.
Man,
It
y'all,
wasn't
bro.
as
Y'all
bad as you trying
not.
to sound, make San
y'all-
Francisco sound.
No.
It came down to the better
This ain't
team won,
Jonestown.
plain
This ain't
and simple.
Jonestown.
Bro, we started.
Kool-Aid. Just letting y'all
We
know
started.
that.
Let me say this. Let me take the floor. We started 3-5.
Yep.
Okay. We started 3-5. Trey Lance was the starting quarterback. Watch this. Trey Lance was the starting quarterback. He gets hurt week 2. Okay. Then Jimmy G comes in. We get on the win streak. Then he gets hurt. Now it's Mr. Irrelevant. We roll off 6 wins with Mr. Irrelevant. So first of all these teams we playing with, they're playing their starting quarterback. Wait, they're playing their starting quarterback against my Mr. Irrelevant. Can somebody please tell me when the last time any Mr. Irrelevant was relevant in the National Football League?
Right. Especially quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, Brady came in and
6th round.
became Brady.
He
But
was
still,
not
though,
Mr.
Mr.
Irrelevant, man.
Irrelevant.
6, 7, that's the same thing in my eyes.
No,
Nah,
So
it's a
that's what I'm
whole
saying.
that's 30 extra
bro,
picks.
on the back of
No,
your jersey,
that's 6 and 7. That means you barely making a
on the back
roster.
of your jersey, it say Mr. Irrelevant, bro. You make $3.7 million. 4 years. He got a Scottie Pippen contract right now. 4 years, $3.7 million. That ain't no money for quarterbacking. You hear me? Okay, but wait. You named all them teams. Tua was healthy playing against Mr. Irrelevant. Brady was healthy playing against Mr.
Two,
Irrelevant.
that's when he was dealing with concussion. She came up with
Every
a
time,
concussion.
every time somebody lose, they gotta lose to Mr. Irrelevant.
No, they losing to great
Mr.
talent
Irrelevant.
surrounded him. Man, they
Mr.
not saying
Irrelevant.
that. They not saying that man up for failure. What do you think Peyton did when Drew Brees went down? We had Teddy Bridgewater, we had Taysom, we had
Whoa.
Did he didn't put them guys in harm's way, did he?
But they went out there and won still.
So
You're
it was
discrediting the efforts of these quarterbacks.
Scheme. So it's not Purdy, it's the scheme.
You still got to go out and perform.
Okay.
At the end
Okay.
of the
Listen.
day.
Even if it's not Purdy, it's the scheme. I want you to hear me out. He still got to go out and make. It's 3rd and 2. It's 3rd and 7. You can't scheme this. He got to make a decision. See, one thing about on all levels of professional sports, I don't care what scheme you in, you still have to do the job. Dak is in a scheme and he's not doing the job. Andy Dalton's in a scheme and he's not doing the job. Purdy is in a scheme. Jimmy was in the same scheme. If we'd had Jimmy Garoppolo yesterday, we'd have lost to the Dallas Cowboys. He'd have gained him points back. Okay?
So
he's doing the job.
So what's your problem with Jalen Hurts then? They win.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with Jalen Hurts. If I ever said I had a problem, I just don't believe that Jalen Hurts is on that second tier, that first number 1 tier quarterbacks with the guys that the upper echelon. You're gonna see it too. You're discrediting Purdy, but him and Purdy. Did I send you the thing in I think in the group chat where they played each other in college? They had their numbers were mirror images of each other, right? So, but you high on you. See, the National Football League messes it up anyway because they don't know how to scout quarterbacks. There's no way Trey Lance. You made a point early on this year, and you were right. This guy hadn't played enough football, but you get picked number 3 overall, number 4 overall, and you don't have no miles on your car. This guy get picked last in the draft. He played 4 years, put up crazy numbers, but because he's short, He don't got the measurables. You get drafted last in the draft, so it don't make sense. But
Yeah.
I don't think Hurts is healthy, and we're gonna get some. We're gonna get home a few times, and it's gonna show us rear its ugly head in that game. So, but he's good too.
I'm interested to see how y'all play against Hurts.
Like we played against that same quarterback.
I hope y'all don't play the same way y'all play against Fields and Mariota and Mahomes.
We're not even the same team, man.
I'm just saying.
You act like Jalen Hurts is unstoppable though.
No,
he's not Patrick Mahomes.
Fields was unstoppable and they won.
Bro, listen. I want you to hear me out when I say this. Justin Fields played. He actually had no help all year. He's an exceptional talent.
So you put Hurts.
If you swap them out, they still win. They the same quarterback. I think Fields might be more athletically gifted.
He is, but he's not better than Hurts right now.
You put anybody on that Philly team with that.
But I'm saying he's not better than Hurts right now. He's
put Dak on Philly. He's in the same position right now.
Same position.
Yeah, you put Hurts on 49ers, same position. It's they built around these quarterbacks. I ain't saying Jalen Hurts second tier, but you should also show respect to Jalen just how you show respect to Purdy. That's all I'm saying.
You never disrespected Jalen Hurts
at all. But my offense different than whatever his name, Scarani, whatever his name. Our offense ball got to come out. It got to come out. It's got to come out. And see, Jalen Hurts ain't gonna sit back there. Once he get to that first read, it ain't there. He's gonna get out the door.
He's gonna take out running.
You see what Purdy do?
No, he actually improved. He actually improved this year.
No, bro. Okay.
He has. Look at when he actually took off running. I watched the Eagle game this year. He has gotten better with his progression.
He hasn't faced the kind of pressure that he's about to face Sunday. I'm telling you now.
Okay. Okay. Same with Purdy.
I mean, and I watched when we play Indianapolis and we suck. Man, if that wasn't for some bad calls on defensive sides on our part, we should have beat the Eagles just alone on the defense.
But can we say this though? And I've been telling you this on every show. You're officially fired when it comes to critiquing quarterback.
No, I'm not quarterback.
You get the quarterback and you get quarterback in Rome, but you was gassing up Mariota. You was gassing up like the quarterbacks.
Mariota was doing pretty good until they stopped scheming for
Bro, he was running the wing T in the National Football League, man. Like, come on, bro.
Yep. Look, let me tell you how bad the Falcons was. They weren't giving their tight end no play. No play. They weren't scheming him open. They weren't putting him in no action.
I'm skeptical. I'm starting to get skeptical on Pitts, but that's another story.
Yeah, they're not scheming nothing for Pitts though. They're not doing nothing.
They shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to.
But I'm saying you want to get your best player involved, man. I think he don't fit.
We can't act like they're not trying. Look.
I don't think they're trying. I watched the Falcons. They don't do nothing. They just line them up.
Bro, you gotta make me a believer this next season.
Throw
him in the trash.
I know because I pick Pitts and Fancy, and I'll keeping up with them. I promise you, they just line them up. They don't try to create mismatches or nothing. They just
he's the walking mismatch though. That's just my thing. He's the walking
guard it though. But you got to scheme for that's laziness though. You got to scheme.
They trying. They trying.
I don't think they are. All right, let's move on. The Chiefs beat the Jaguars 27-20. T. Wright, are you concerned about Patrick Mahomes?
I am just a little bit. It's always concerning when your best player get hurt, especially since in that case it's like him and Travis Kelce and then some guys. Tony
and Pacheco, Pistachio. That's why I like Pacheco. I like how the Chiefs were rolling. That injury was looking kind of scary. I think Pollard got the end of it, but it was like almost the same way Patrick Mahomes got hurt.
Yeah.
So I hope Patrick Mahomes be ready for the AFC Championship game. The Chiefs, they're a dynamite team.
It's scary. Just going back to what RC said, he's scariest when he's mobile. The play breaks down, but that's gonna hinder him.
Improvise.
He gonna have to stand in the pocket and really dissect some stuff.
I want to ask RC this: how do Kelsey keep getting open? Like you think they'll figure this out? Like they'll double team on something.
Route running and they scheme him open, like we was trying to say. Everybody's not Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy. Every team, every coach ain't created equal. Some of them are better at it than others, and that guy is always open because they doing a hell of a job of getting him open, and he run great routes too. But if the Bengals take him away and force Mahomes to play with the other guys, I think they'll win. Just don't let Kelsey beat you.
Yeah,
easier said than done.
Because it's so weird when he catch the ball, he kind of like scamper a little bit. He just will like they can't bring him down. And next you know he out running linebackers and getting into the second level, and the DBs can't tackle him. Like, how does man keep getting loose?
They good.
It'd be a simple 3-yard catch, and he'd take it 20-some yards. I was like,
understand.
This is unbelievable.
I'm gonna tell you why, and it's just me thinking about it. When do you ever see Travis Kelce running vertical? You don't. It's the sideline to sideline is 53 yards. Boom. They run him side to side. He know how to get open. He's sitting in open zones. I said, hey, you don't gotta run a go route to get open in this league. People don't understand that. You know, Jerry Rice was one of the best receivers ever. Well, Jerry Rice ran 4, 5.
Yep.
But what he can get open. He knew where to sit down in that zone. He knew where the soft spots were. You know, the chemistry Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce got. Mahomes know what Kelce gonna be, and Kelce know what Mahomes gonna put it. And it's the perfect match made in heaven.
Yeah, we have a 49ers fan chat. He dissing me right now. It's all good.
What he say?
He cussing at me. Okay, we see how it is. Hey, who that? Look, man, forget the 49ers.
Leave the gang alone.
See, bang, bang. You better watch out.
But anyway, yeah, it's amazing how Kelsey run on routes. Like you said, side to side. He hardly ever going vertical. It's just like that touchdown catch he had. It was like in the middle of the field. He kind of like zigzag, and then he was in. I'm like, hi, okay. But so the Chiefs, man, they making noise. How impressed are you with the defense, RC?
Well, they're a complete team now. Offense, special teams, defense, everything's clicking. That's why I said this team might be better than the Super Bowl team because they do play a bit. You can have moments in the game where Mahomes is not scoring on every drive, and they can settle down and make a team punt. Chris Jones do what he do. I like that middle linebacker. They got Holt is his name. And I think the other guy's name is Gay. They got
Willie from Mississippi State.
And they got 2 young cornerbacks, man, that's out there doing their thing. So they will be tested Sunday though, because Burrow has the swag and the energy of Joe Namath, man. He has the
cool.
He got the soul of a brother, and he got the swag of Joe Namath, and he's just feeling himself right now, man. And I like it. And I think he's elevated himself to the best quarterback in the league. To me, I think Joe, the Bengals, they ain't got no great offensive line, and Joe making that thing do what it do. So
this game right here, he can take that title.
Yep. It's gonna be tough to beat the Chiefs that many times in a row. I think it's gonna be 7 if they win.
He won. No, it's 5. They won 5. 5 in a row.
It'll be
5
tough.
AFC championships. All right, Flowers. What did you think about Trevor Lawrence's performance?
I thought Trevor Lawrence showed great leadership even after the loss. Him, congratulating his teammates. Everybody following behind him. I think the future is bright. And I mean, if you think about it, if Jacksonville doesn't fumble, down where they fumbled at, that game was a whole lot closer than what it was. Jacksonville's getting Captain really back. Got money to spend in free agency. Trevor Lawrence on a rookie deal. Spend money, get talent around this young man. Take advantage of this young man's talent before you have to pay him big money.
Well, he's on his last year.
Second year. This is second year.
I'm talking about like next year.
He got 3 more years. Get a 4. They'll opt in for
the 4th. Oh yeah, they did add the 4th year option, right?
They'll opt in for a 5th for the 5th year. They got him locked up for a minute, so they better take advantage.
Hey, that's I don't know if I agree with that 4th-year option.
No, 5th-year option. It's 4
5th-year
years.
option. Yeah.
Mhm. And it's
Oh
a
yeah,
team
4 years they
option.
get drafted. Yeah, they get drafted in the 1st round, I believe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's a team. It's a team option, and the team decides to opt in and out in the field.
Well, that won't work. Hold on, Justin Fields, he going into his 3rd year. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. He
They
came out
might
with Trevor.
they might draft a quarterback.
I wouldn't be
Dang,
shocked.
hey, Flowers, you made me think about that because he's going into his 3rd year, and then the year after that is his they have an option to just let him walk or whatever we want to do.
Well, they can trade him this offseason.
Yeah, he ain't worried. So what y'all? I don't want to get off topic, but I think this kind of important. Y'all think he'll get what y'all trade Justin Fields for? 1st round, 2nd round? What do you think he commands?
The 1st rounder.
I don't know if I'm getting him 1st round.
Justin
I
Fields?
mean, yeah,
I
first
don't
and
know.
second. No,
It is-
nothing's younger than a second.
Where Justin Fields is a
If
definite
you try and unload
1st
Justin
round pick.
Fields,
Gotta
I'm
give me
gonna
a
try to
1st round
lowball
pick.
you. I want to try to lowball first. If you,
Especially if somebody gave him like a mid to late 1st round pick, that's a steal.
yeah,
Yeah.
that actually be a 2nd. Yeah, that's
Well,
like almost.
You got to
quarters
give me
to
a 1st round pick for Justin Fields, man. He proven.
Oh, there was talk in Chicago about how he can't throw the ball as well. I don't know what they're talking about. I think he
I
just
think
don't
it's
have no help.
unfair. Yeah, I think it's
It is
unfair to try to
unfair.
judge him by
That's
that.
why I take Justin Fields because I think they not evaluating him right. Y'all literally want the man run the ball 20 sometimes a game instead of throwing. So that's y'all fault, not
You see how
his.
that worked out.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get back on track. The Giants lose to the Eagles 38-7. T. Wright, what did you take away from this game?
I think Jalen's still a little hurt, but that just showed like the gap between the two teams. I feel like they came out and handled their business. That's really all it was too.
That's why I felt like because the Giants, man, they I wouldn't call them one dimensional, but they can't do nothing that, like I said, the Eagles haven't seen before.
They look so unprepared.
They don't have receivers. So what you gonna do? What you gonna scheme up that I'm not confident my guys can't handle?
They went for it on 4th and 8 in the 1st quarter. After that, I knew it was over.
Desperation.
So they knew. Look, how desperate you gotta be to go for it at that time of moment.
On your 42,
yes,
they was on their own 42, 43.
They knew they had no chance in this game. They had to do whatever it took. They came out knowing that.
That was the move right there.
They knew they had no chance if they pulled that move that early.
But if they punt though, Ben, and play the field, I'd rather the Eagles drive 80 yards than drive 35. You know what I'm saying?
It just makes sense. It's just this new era in football. Man, ladies, everybody like, well, this is your percentage of beating the Eagles, and this is the percentage you might have. You convert this. No, hey, you know how it is now. So it is something stupid. RC, were you impressed with the Eagles offense?
No, because they were playing against the Giants defense that I'm still like. Let me go back a little bit. Why did the Giants rest? Why did the Giants rest their players in the final week of the season when you had an opportunity? It's this thing called casualties of war. We saw Tony Pollard go through it. Anything can happen. We don't want to see nobody get hurt. But if you go out and play the game how it's supposed to be played, you might get to that playoff game and they might not have a star that they need, right? Because you see what happened when Pollard go out the game against the 49ers. It's a clear advantage now. Okay? You set your players to get in the playoffs, to lose to the team that you set your players against, it makes no sense. First of all, you set people like Richie James. You set people like Darius, whatever his name, Slayton.
Mm-hmm.
You set guys that aren't guys that anybody fear. You should have went out and played that game. You should have put the onus on the Eagles to have to play their starters and go out and try to beat you. But no, you would save them for an L. I don't understand it. So, but we go back to we discredit the 49ers, say they ain't played nobody. If the 49ers would have played the Commanders twice, the Giants twice, the Eagles twice, the Cowboys twice, they have a better record than the Giants and the Commanders and the Cowboys and the Eagles. You know why? Because first of all, the Commanders beat the Cowboys, did they not, at the end of the season?
Yeah.
Bad that. They played bad that. Okay. The Commanders beat the Eagles, did they not?
They did. At Lincoln Financial.
So my point I'm trying to make here, the 49ers and the Commanders are built the same way, except that one of them has a coach and the other one has a guy that's just over there. He's a figurehead. That's Ron Rivera. So the Commanders are coming. They're going to be better. But my point with the Giants and the Eagles, we don't know how good the Eagles really are if they playing the Giants. That's the
So
reason
you
they
would
being a number one seed.
I'm gonna try to let you redeem yourself. So you was not impressed by the Eagles offense.
No, they playing against
So
the Giants.
you was impressed by the 49ers
they
offense when y'all beat the Seahawks. You was impressed by the 49ers offense when they beat
okay, let's go play
Dallas.
Let's go talent. Hold on. DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Darius Slayton, Richie James.
Boom.
I'm talking about offense. I'm talking about you was
I'm
impressed by the 49ers. I'm talking about you was impressed by the 49ers offense, but you weren't impressed by the Eagles offense. How is that? I don't see how you wasn't.
I said I wasn't impressed by the Eagles offense against the Giants. They beat the.
They beat them up the first game they played. It wasn't
I
nothing.
thought the Giants was gonna play better because you played this team twice already. I thought they were gonna look like. See, all rivals ain't created equal. I figured that out. When y'all play Tampa Bay, it's a knuckle up. It's a battle. When we play the Seahawks, it's a battle. I thought the Giants were gonna come into that game and gonna battle, but they did not battle because the NFC East is overrated. Okay, I'm just being honest with you. I think the NFC East got to a good start, and everybody started to believe in the hype. It's right now. The Eagles didn't impress me against the Giants because the Giants didn't show up, and they don't have much to offer, like you said last week. But you know what they did, what they're supposed to do. What you want me to say? Hey, bro. I mean, it looked like the Giants. It looked like the Giants weren't even trying to play, man. Like,
they had a number, Daniel Jones. Everybody blaming Daniel Jones for this loss, but that dude never. They don't understand. Daniel Jones literally is throwing to people that household people never heard of. He throwing to no names. I mean,
he couldn't even stand there in the pocket for 2 seconds. Like somebody was breathing on his neck.
Yeah, the O-line didn't hold up. So, and they couldn't get the running game going. They couldn't get Barkley and them boys going. So that's gonna be a problem. And like I said, the Eagles back end is not scared of Richie James and Darius Slayton and what's the other kid's name?
Hodges.
Hodges, Isaiah Hodges.
Yeah.
I mean, who is the Giants tight end? I can't even remember who the Giants tight end is. He's a blocking tight end, I believe. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's all predicated on the run game. That's all good and dandy, but dang, you got at least have one top receiver. I mean, y'all let King Galladay go, which is a good move. He hasn't been shown anything. But if you lose a top guy, you gotta bring another one in. At just point blank, we saw that with the Vikings. They let go Stephon Diggs, and then they brought in Justin Jefferson. So you got to give your quarterback somebody to throw to. It just make complete sense, in my opinion. So that's it for that game. The Eagles and the 49ers play Sunday at 2?
They got the first game, yep.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to tell y'all. I'm help coaching a 7-on-7 football team now.
As long as don't let it be over the quarterback.
Oh, yeah. So, hey, I might be traveling with team, man. I think our first tournament is in Florida. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Who on the team? Your son on the team?
Yeah, he's on the team. So I'm like the DB coach / defense coordinator, I guess. Something like that. All right. I thought I'd let y'all in on that little nugget right there. All right.
Still waiting on you to bring down the block.
Nah, I was looking at quarterback. You know me. Look, I was in practice this past Saturday. I was looking at we had 3 quarterbacks. I'm looking at them like,
hey, if you want to be Nathaniel Hackett and ask me, RC and Tyler for help, you feel free.
Yeah.
I call RC. Go put in the worst one.
Come on, man.
Try to make Purdy.
Call me, man. Call me.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely.
It should be fun, though.
It is. Cause a lot of schools are going to that 7-on-7 tournament play. We saw some top high school players. It's mainly for skill players.
We just behind the state of Mississippi is just behind everything.
So Pedal,
everybody's been 7-on-7.
Yeah, you're right. It's great. It's huge, pretty much. All right, the Bengals beat the Bills 27-10. I won't let Flowers take this one because we was very critical of Josh Allen, and he did again. So let's hear it, Flowers.
You know what? It's more than just Josh Allen. Like the whole team deserves, honestly, our dud of the week. I changed my dud to the Bills defensive line, which we'll see later. But for that team to come out that flat, and you know what? I didn't know it was going to snow when we made these picks. Because when it started snowing and you watched the first drive of the game and just how Cincinnati, you could tell Cincinnati was equipped more than Buffalo was in their own elements of the snow. Because what Buffalo doesn't do, they cannot swallow their pride enough to just let Josh Allen turn around and hand the ball off. In a game like that, you have to hand the ball off. Cincinnati, they handed the ball off. Joe Mixon, Buffalo looked like they didn't want to tackle. The main reason that and I'm quite sure all of us picked Buffalo was the fact of the matter that Cincinnati had 3 reserve offensive linemen on the offensive line. They whooped Buffalo's ass all day long on that offense and defensive line. I give them kudos. They wanted it more. They hit harder. They played harder. There's nothing much more I can really say. It's just disappointing to see Buffalo go out like that. And we have to put them in the same boat as Dallas because I see a lot of Dallas fans. Well, look what Josh Allen did. You know all that. But you got to start looking at how much Josh Allen makes. They ain't going to be able to afford everybody. Like, you want to start letting some people go. 7 days is getting older. The offensive line is mid, in my opinion. So what can Buffalo do to make themselves better in the foreseeable future? It's going to be hard since Josh Allen's about to start making, $45+ million a year in his contract now. So was their time now? Is it past? We'll find out.
I believe they were playing for now. They were making some trades during this regular season for now. You hit on a good point. I feel like the defense was a huge letdown. They didn't want to tackle. They did not want to. They didn't even want to play the game.
They didn't want to tackle Mixon. They didn't want to tackle Jamar Chase. They didn't want to tackle nobody.
No, I never seen. I like y'all used to this weather. So why y'all coming out flat like this? Why y'all not hitting? They just seemed like they were just out of this game. Especially in the fourth quarter when they could have made a couple of stops to get the ball back. They let the Bengals get them first down so easily.
10 points at home. That's so disappointing. At home.
What were your take on the Buffalo game?
I was really disappointed because we're playing for that kid. I think I read somewhere where somebody said Buffalo was too emotional. There was an emotional wreck with all that happened in the last few weeks. That was having that Josh Allen and Diggs were having problems. But I think, man, at the end of the day, we got to start giving the Bengals credit. They just are throwing it. They're throwing it in a lot of people's side. They're not going to go quiet in the night. And then they act like the Buffalo's home field was their home field. That's the way they played on that. They ran the ball with Mixon, and they stayed true to who they were. Buffalo, to me, like y'all said, Buffalo struggles with an identity on offense. The defense is not good enough for you to just be throwing it all around a lot, man. You do not have Reggie White. You're not Brett Favre. When Brett Favre would throw an interception, Reggie White and then would get the ball back. So that's not who he is. And then he's very we criticize Cam Newton. Every time I get on here, I talk about he reminds me so much of Cam Newton, but I think Cam was a little bit more responsible with the ball. He was a little bit more mature. Josh Allen is a wild card. He got to grow up there. So it was a good game, but kudos to the Bengals for taking it to them.
Yeah, Tyler, I know we're having that discussion about who you really have, Burrow or Allen. I think that's a solidified answer.
I think it's been solidified. This really put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
unfortunately, like I'm a huge Josh Allen supporter, but I think I gotta just put my vote over to Burrow because he just Mr. Cool, man. He take care of the ball and he get the ball to the right people. I was kind of skeptical at first of Burrow, then after seeing this season how they started off and how he overcame the obstacles with the O line. Come here, RC, we were talking about the O line too. Like they can't protect this kid. Like how long he gonna hold up? And he's holding up, so he keep proving us wrong. That's for sure.
Give Joe Burrow story real quick.
Yeah,
his rookie year, he had come to Naptown to play us. Halftime, they was up 24-0. We came back and won the games when we had Phillip Rivers. But that kid showed me something that day. And I think that same year he beat Tennessee. And when he did that, I feared because he towards ACL afterwards. But I knew Joe was going to be a problem.
for sure. He just, he had that dog in him. Like he always had that fight in him. And we just seeing it even more. All right, before we move on to NFL news, somebody in the chat said, did y'all talk about how Dak last play was basically Kirk Cousins' final play of the season? That's Drew Roll. Shout out to Drew.
They talking about the last hell.
Yeah, I also disappointed.
I think they were trying to outdo.
I think they were trying to outdo
last year's play when he ran the quarterback draw. When he ran all the clock out,
Yeah.
like at the end of the game, he ran their quarterback draw. He just took off down the field. Like I think it was trying to do last year.
When Zeke snapped that ball and bro ran through his face,
ran right through him.
Was Zeke a long snapper or a center on that play? I mean, he had his legs spread like he was a long snapper. So he had his feet was not going to allow him to be able to make that block. Number one, number two. Who said that in the chat room? Who made that
Drew.
comment? Drew, let me say something to you, Drew. Let me tell you what they did to Ezekiel Elliott right there. They made him earn the rest of his contract by putting him and let him snap that ball right there.
They're like, this your last snap as a Dallas Cowboy. Here you go. That was his big farewell. That was his big farewell to the organization right there.
I thought they were trying to run a Little Giants play. You remember that movie, The Little Giants?
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, they did him dirty. Imagine as Zeke, that's your last play as a Dallas Cowboy.
It might be because he makes too much.
He makes too much.
Let me give you an example. How they gonna pay Tony Pollard this year? I mean, in the offseason.
They not. They
can't.
They say they're gonna franchise tag him, but how much is that franchise tag gonna be? It probably base minimum. Yeah, it probably be the minimum, right? Well, for a bag,
$9-10 million maybe.
Yeah. So they gotta get out there because they already paid Dak. So they have to get rid of that Zeke contract. It's taking up too much. And somebody, people on Pro Football Focus said that Zeke is basically a fullback at this point.
Pretty much.
Paying all that money to a fullback.
I don't think so, man. I think Zeke's defense, man, too, man. Like he's not an every down back anymore, but you give him to a team that can utilize him the correct way. I think Dallas is another team that's confused about what they want to do. Yesterday, they came out and stuck with the run. They'd have forced the 49ers to have to. 49ers have dealt, but sticking with the run and play action off of that, that's what the run does. It makes you, at some point, you're going to commit, and then somebody going to hit you over the top of CeeDee Lamb. And they just wanted to put the ball in Dak's hand and want him to throw so much. They want him to earn his money, too. But I think Zeke got some gas left in that tank, man. You got to go to the right team. I've seen players like that. If Mark Ingram's still playing in the National Football League, Zeke is still playing.
He about to be gone after this season, costing us 2 games. He better be out of here. Trust that.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Stephon Diggs. Did y'all hear what he did?
Can y'all fill me in on what so I can know exactly what happened?
All right. So first, Diggs was yelling at Allen. He was walking past Allen doing this, like, bro, what you doing? While he was still on the bench looking at the tablet. So after they lost, they said Diggs darted off to the locker room with all his stuff before some of the Bills coaches were even down to the tunnel area. Practice squad Duke Johnson stopped Diggs before he left the stadium and brought him back to the locker room. Then they say he left a few minutes later.
Why is Duke Johnson on the practice squad?
Right.
They really don't want to run. They really don't want to run football.
Singletary and James Cook, they younger.
You know, Duke Johnson can run and catch it. Something they needed yesterday.
Well, that's why they brought in Hines, though.
Don't use them.
Exactly. You trade for them, don't use them.
Line Naeem Hines up in the slot. Line them up in the backfield. Let them catch a swing pass or something. You know what I'm saying?
They say we got McKenzie for that. So, what y'all think about Diggs' attitude or what he just try to pull there?
Man, tired of losing. He tired of getting that far and losing. I know all y'all remember that picture of him sitting on the field and watching. I forget who that was.
He acted like this in Minnesota. He acted like this in Minnesota.
He passionate, man.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, that's a point.
I can't.
No, Trevor Lawrence stayed behind and made sure he shook everybody's hand.
Year 2, he's the quarterback.
Yeah, he's the quarterback.
But still, it don't matter if you're the quarterback or the practice squad guy. You got to. Everybody is much as frustrated as you.
I'm not completely excusing Diggs's.
He left before the coaches. They said the coaches weren't even in the locker room yet.
What were the coaches gonna say? Great season, y'all get out of here. You know,
you literally not gonna listen to the coaches. You're not gonna listen to nobody. Like that's wild. You beat the coaches. Like the coaches weren't in the locker room yet.
That's frustration though, Ben. I can't. I'm half and half with it. You know, because the man's frustrated because he's open on his route. Josh Allen was missing him very badly. Let's be real here. Yep. I don't condone him yelling at him on the sideline. You know that. You know, I thought their relationship was better than that, and maybe that's what it is because we seen Diggs and Josh Allen, you know, be friendly and be loving. You know, they talk about each other. You know, they work with each other. And maybe just Stephon was just. He was just out of it at that moment. Like we said, it was a lot riding on it. You know, DeMar is at the game in the press box. I mean, in the owner's lounge watching. You know, and for them to go out there and 10 points, man, that's a tough pill to swallow. And for you to have to put your cleats and your helmet up and go through 18 more weeks of the same stuff next year, you know, and you're right here, and that's what happens. So I get it.
I get it, but it's not. It's unacceptable.
I mean, what did he do other than just going to the locker room upset and wanting to leave?
You're not the only guy that lost something that day.
And I also feel like what if the alternative was him going in there cussing everybody out? You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather a mad teammate come in and cuss me out than you have a chance to talk to him or see him. Like, when the next time they might see these guys again? Like,
they got exit meetings. They got exit meetings, man. He'll be back.
So he not even probably gonna show to if he isn't out there. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'd rather you blow your frustration out in the locker room than nobody ever seeing you. Like,
if he blows the frustration out in the locker room, somebody will leak it that he got into a fight.
Then what's the
he already been leaked of leaving and fighting with and yelling at Josh Allen on the sideline.
What's worse, fighting or just walking off?
Fighting happened. Fight happened in losses.
Wow, dude.
I'm just saying, what's worse, him just walking off of him hitting somebody like T.O. hit Hugh Douglas back in the day?
He ain't gonna hit nobody. I'm saying though, y'all really saying that it's okay after a loss,
okay.
after your teammates
I
understand
just
it,
as
man.
much as you did, just I as much as you did.
But you know what? I know that he cares.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, I know that man cares, and he left it all out on the field.
So you saying you have to be like that in order to show you care?
No, everybody's different, Ben. But this is what we mess up. I mean, it did T.O. the same way years ago. You know, T.O. give me the ball, let me make a play. T.O. saying that, trying to just let you know, I'm trying to make a play for the team. You know what I'm saying? But media takes it.
I respect T.O. more. I respect T.O. more because he actually confronted.
Hold on. So you respect T.O. punched this man in the face. That's what y'all said, right?
Ooh.
Hugh Douglas.
He said he punched him in the face. You would rather your teammate punch you in the face punch somebody in the locker room in the face than go home and not punch nobody in the face.
I'm saying this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying violence is the issue. I'm saying that you there discussing what happened.
He came back to
so
the
you
locker
rather
room.
so if you in a relationship, you rather have a silent treatment or you rather have a discussion.
It's
At
not
least
a
you can get
relationship.
something
It's a
done.
football. No,
I'm just
It's a
saying.
relationship.
About.
It's a relationship.
Yeah, it's a relationship. These are if you walking if I'm on the opposite side of you and I'm playing just as hard as you do, and you walking out like, are you throwing a little pity part? You acting
No,
like a certain
listen,
way
man.
because
like
Listen, bro.
Go ahead, Archie.
Listen, they were picked to be in the Super Bowl, bro.
exactly. So it's
So he's throwing a
everybody
tantrum
has something in this.
because he's throwing a tantrum because they underachieved. It's like they laid down. You can see it. That's not who Diggs is. Trayvon is
He
like
sure
that.
did play like he
dog.
laid down. He didn't. He had opportunities
He
to.
can't
He
throw
was
himself the ball,
open.
bro.
It doesn't matter if you. Some of the plays he wasn't open.
Josh Allen
It
missed him
happens.
though
This
when
is
he was
sports,
open in the
guys.
red
Look,
zone.
this
He
is
missed
sports. Things happen. You get overthrown. You don't get the ball as much. Things
and he can't
happen.
be frustrated. He can't be
You
frustrated.
can be
just because
frustrated,
it's
but talk
sports.
like a man. Don't walk out. Be
Maybe
there
he wasn't
for
ready.
your teammates.
Maybe he wasn't ready to
there.
talk at that time.
It doesn't. That's what. Look where he at now. He got traded from Minnesota because he had that same type of attitude.
No, he wanted to be traded from Minnesota.
Yeah,
Yes,
what
he
you
had
got
it.
wrong.
Yes,
he didn't
got
want to be
tired
in
of losing.
Minnesota.
Yes, he got tired of losing. He got tired, and they like, we're not gonna keep you here.
And he's still getting
acting
far
like
and
that.
losing.
And that's the
he's
worst
very
thing you can
frustrated.
say about him. That's the worst thing you can say about
But
him.
if people are saying that about you in another organization, and they was like, okay, we'll trade you, that's fine. We're not gonna.
I mean,
fight.
they got a first for him, bro. If he was such a bad person, they wouldn't have got no first round pick for him.
Right.
For one.
No, that was there was instances where guys were traded. There was not good locker room guys, but they was paid handsomely and they was traded. We
that
see
won't garner
AB.
no first
We
round
saw
pick.
AB get awarded plenty of times
Before he started acting foolish and
Yeah.
foolish and foolish.
Yeah.
Exactly. It took a whole bunch of foolishness.
But regardless of the foolishness, you couldn't deny AB's talent, so you had to pay him.
We had to pay him, yeah.
Exactly. So, but does it make it right?
I can't compare AB shenanigans to Trayvon. I mean, to Diggs' heart. I can't do it.
It's different kind of tantrums. It's different kind of tantrums.
If when I play, I'm just giving an example. When I play, and if I would have seen somebody frustrated because we got our tails whooped and walked off, what can I say to that man? I can't say nothing to him.
Apparently, Duke Johnson said something to him. The guy turned back around.
No, Duke said, "Come on, bro. Don't do it like this, bro. Come on back, bro." That's what Duke said. Guarantee you. He said he grabbed Stephen Diggs by the arms and said, "Bro, come on, bro. Don't walk
exactly.
out."
So exactly. So it took a discussion.
Duke Johnson wasn't
right?
playing. Duke Johnson was able to get to him. His teammates couldn't get to him.
A practice squad player, Duke Johnson. He had a discussion with him. That's what I'm saying. You a grown man. You gotta discuss. Like, everybody plays sports.
Duke Johnson was able to have that discussion because he was there. That's the only reason that he was able to have that discussion.
It hit different.
That's crazy, y'all. Your best players that supposed to be y'all leaders of your locker room. They're supposed to be the respected guy. Like, how you gonna leave me when you walking away from me? Like, why I respect you?
I don't think anybody is just excusing it and saying it's right, but I'm just saying I understand.
I have no respect. If I'm playing just as hard as you, if I'm playing just as hard as you, and you not here to talk about what just happened, to discuss and like just come together as a team, then I don't need you.
Me personally, we lost. So like like Flower said,
it's that selfishness because there's other guys hurting too. You're not the only one hurting.
Man, if you was in that locker room and you would say that, he probably tried to punch you.
I would have punched him right back. You think I dodge violence? He don't
want to hear you critique how he feels. That's all I'm saying.
You think I dodge violence?
It's just the fact of the matter, he cares. And now you're trying to sit here and say he doesn't care. That's what the
problem is going on. I said because at the end of the day, you know why? Because that means I can take you out your game. If that little moment, I can take you out.
Bro, no, that's not what that is, bro. What it is, the dude just lost They're out the playoffs, bro. They were picked.
Hurt.
Again.
That's other teams, RC, that's out the
No,
playoffs.
but-
You're not the only one.
He might not. They might not get back to that moment again.
But everybody wouldn't
That's
pick
not
to win the Super
guaranteed.
Bowl, bro. Everybody wouldn't pick to win the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Everybody.
So
That's what he's feeling.
So special
Bro,
that he get a pass.
No, well, he's not
I'm about to be 30. We've had 3 years to do this.
It's his fault.
Right.
How's it his fault? He's left everything out on the
because
field
you were part
every
of the team.
time.
You lose that team not as an individual. You lose as a team. It's everyone's fault. It's your fault.
Maybe it bothers. Like I said, man, you feel that way. Everybody feels different about it. I just don't think it. I said I'm not totally disagreeing with you, but it doesn't bother me. It really doesn't bother me.
It wouldn't bother me as a teammate.
It's bad though,
because I know I know he cares.
Do that not create a sort of stigma now amongst your teammates?
No.
I think it does. Yeah, we've seen it plenty of guys where a team get divided and choosing sides because like, yeah, that guy did that, that guy said that.
They see it all the time.
Like if it's mid-season and they lost the game,
different
story. Like that, different story. But it's like he
the
left it all out there. This is the last game of the season, man.
He gotta go through OTAs. He gotta go through training camp. He gotta go through preseason. He gotta go through regular season again.
How much money?
I don't care how much money he making. It's not guaranteed that he gets right back to that moment next year. It's not guaranteed.
Cry me a river.
They was in the AFC Championship the year prior.
Cry me a freaking river.
Ain't nothing guaranteed in this league.
Cry yourself to sleep. There's plenty of guys that
you still take them to
Cry
New
me a
Orleans.
river.
You still take them to New Orleans, wouldn't you?
Cry yourself a river.
Right now.
Buy your
right
boat
now
and go fishing.
Stephen Diggs to New Orleans. Yeah, or nay?
Yeah, I'll take them. But I'm saying it's not right. They're just talent. But I'm saying it's not right. Just because you talented,
that's what you're getting, though. That's what you're getting. So you're gonna take them.
You see where Michael Thomas at right now?
Well, he's playing.
Yeah, they got that. He got that stigma right now. All right, anyway,
Diggs got paid. He playing.
Hey man, look. This whole episode just been me ranting because y'all want to start stuff on here.
That'd be you, man.
You gotta finish it, man.
Bro, you do not want to be wrong, man. That's the problem.
No, man.
There's nothing wrong with being wrong, man.
Who's it can't be wrong on that. That's just how it is.
You talking about you can't be wrong.
It's just perspectives, I guess.
Let's call it.
As long as that man don't quit on me on that field, I don't care. You know, because him upset, walking off, crying, showing emotion shows me that he cares about that organization, that team, and he wants to win.
I know guys like that. He quit. He quit.
He quit during the game.
He quit.
Game was over when he walked off.
That. If I had him sit down and take a lot of tests and ask him did he quit in the fourth, that thing came back.
Ben, your last football game, what did you do?
Me?
In high school. Your last
play my heart out. We lost, but I played my heart out.
I understand. I know you lost, but at the end of the game, what did you do?
I sat there, listened to the coach, shook hands, whatever. Told my teammates, no, we're gonna be back.
Let me tell you what I did. We lost in the second round against Olive Branch my senior year. It was 20 seconds left. The defensive end that played right beside me came up and hugged me and told me it was an honor to play with you. I broke down and fell and cried right there.
Yeah, that's passion. You buried the D's right there.
Listen to me. My defensive coordinator walked up to me. Everybody came up to me. You play a hell of a game, great game. My defensive coordinator walked right up to me because he told me before the game, do not cry. It happened. And he tried to pick me up. I snatched my damn hand away from him. Get away from me. He walked off. I'm just saying. Am I a bad guy?
I'm fine with that though. You stay. But I'm saying like at least confront your teammate. Like at least say your goodbye. Like at least
he's not. You got like he going riding off into. You got like he's like.
I don't know.
He's not going anywhere.
I'm just saying, like, no, man. I don't know. It's just a respect thing for me, man. Like, I feel a certain way if I'm dogging out. You know what I'm saying? I'm balling out.
Bro, he didn't. Bro, listen, that was an admiration. That's not who he is as a player, bro. That's not who he is. It's just he's a passionate player, but he's not a disrespectful dude. You never hear about him just being. He's not T.O.
And when the Saints played against Minnesota, he sure were acting disrespectful towards us.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow, y'all saying something to that man.
I don't know, man. I seen some things. All right, Derek Carr is connected to the Saints, Commanders, and Jets. You think any of them teams should take a fly on him?
Jets.
I believe he will actually. I think for Derek Carr, I would go to the Commanders. Stay away from the Jets because they have a defensive minded coach. Go somewhere where the offensive minded. So the Commanders, I won't say that's another defensive
Ron
minded coach.
Rivera?
Yeah,
Riverboat Run.
go somewhere where offensive minded head coaches, bro. Just stay away from
It's
these
not New
defensive minded head
Orleans.
coaches. Because what they're gonna do is they're not gonna cater to you. They're gonna run that football, play a certain style, and they want to keep the game close. So yeah.
It's not New Orleans, that's for sure. I don't know. A lot of Saints fans saying heck no to Derek Carr. I mean, I don't know.
I say
I really
Jets
don't
because
know.
they other defense, and Derek Carr's never had a defense.
I really have Justin Fields though. If I had to choose between Derek Carr and I'll take Justin Fields. Him
You
with
got to give
him
up.
and
You got
Kamara.
to
And plus
give
he
up
played with
some.
Olave.
Got to give up something to get that. That's a lot of.
Well,
2024
we could
first.
if Sean Payton get traded, we could get use that pick that we get
Oh,
from
yeah,
Sean
he's getting
Payton.
interviewed again this week.
Yeah, he had an interview with the Cardinals. Hey, that's another breaking news right there, Flowers. Thank you. Yeah, he had an interview with the Cardinals.
And a
So
second interview. You got a second interview with the Broncos.
Denver. Yep, with Denver. So if we get one of those, we get first pick. And I've seen it to Chicago get Fields. To pair him up back with Olave. Olave had a huge season with him. So
Got to adapt with the times. Everybody needs a quarterback that is just a little mobile.
yeah. All right. Barkley Saquon declined his $12 million per year extension earlier this season. He said he recently not looking to set the market, but he wants CMC type money.
Chris McCaffrey getting about what, 14, 15?
I think that's
or am I
doable.
short?
I think that,
or am I shorting him?
yeah, that's about
I
right.
really do. About right.
I think that's reasonable. I don't think that's outrageous.
I think Barkley.
Mhm.
Barkley is if I swap Barkley and CMC out, I'm gonna get the same thing. So I can see why he wants the money. I think Barkley is good as Chris McCaffrey.
I'm not mad at that. All right. Let's get to a couple videos here. Shannon Sharp and the Memphis Grizzlies. Did y'all see that? I had a video right here if y'all want to see.
Please show.
Let me put it in this mode. Somebody just left. Who that? Tyler, how you come in here twice?
Huh?
Tyler, you in here 2 times. Hold on, I'm gonna kick out the other one. There we go. I got you.
It was this doppelganger on the
right
side.
Who just pop in?
My evil twin.
The screen. Hold on, I got the file right here. Here it is.
.com arena. Dylan Brooks was having words with Shannon Sharp, Hall of Famer and broadcast.
Hang on.
And you see Steven Adams comes over.
That man tries hard to hold that Steven Adams.
Along with the supporting cast. And then Shannon Sharp still talking. And T. Morant, John Morant's dad, comes over.
Now, why would John Morant dad come over there? Like he gonna
to
really
keep the
do
peace.
something.
I think more than to keep the peace, man. He wouldn't
Really?
come over there and try to start no Shannon Sharp. You see that man twin by himself.
So Dylan Brooks came out and said this. He said that's a regular pedestrian like him. No, he should have never came back into the game. But it's LA. Do y'all agree?
I agree.
Yeah, I agree too. He shouldn't have been allowed that far on the court.
Shannon Sharp got away with two. And I love Shannon Sharp, and it's no disrespect to anything, but we just seen Shannon Sharp let go of a lot of pent up frustration and emotions that he's been having for the past month or two. Wrong place to do it because you don't want to set the wrong example. And Shannon Sharp came out and apologized and stuff. And I said I'm not prolonging on anything, but that cannot happen again. Whether it's Shannon Sharp or anybody else, that cannot happen again.
It don't matter who you are in the news media, or you on your own show, or you a big time celebrity or rapper, you should not be that far yelling at players.
On
the
court too.
On the court, that's what I'm saying. That far on the court, it's fine during the game. I think the Grizzlies, they got pissed because again, Shannon Sharp was telling I believe with Brooks, he can't hold LeBron.
Dylan Brooks told Shannon Sharp, "F you."
F you. That's what did it. That's what did it.
Well, I'm saying, I'm
gonna play devil's advocate. I done seen many old Knicks games where Spike Lee is on the court yelling at Reggie Miller,
Scotty,
Michael Jordan, Scotty. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like maybe that's credit to Spike Lee because he didn't probably take it as far as Skip took it.
Right.
The moment that Dylan Brooks said "F you" and Shannon said "F you" back, that's when you take it somewhere different there. To me, as like man to man, you say like it's different. It's different.
So
now.
somebody can't cuss at you, Tyler. You a player though. You a player and somebody yelling at you, and
Shannon didn't cuss at him at first.
No.
But I'm saying though, if you yelling at, was he on the court at that time, or that was when he was like in the stands? When you said F you?
No, Brooks was on the court.
Mm-hmm. He said he was too smart to guard LeBron, and Brooks said back to him, "F you."
Yeah, he was on the court though. So that's now you're in the players' arena. You in the players' domain.
No, wait now.
That's part of it, bro.
But you can't be on the court though. So you step on the court.
No,
so
he didn't step on the court until the back and forth started.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He like he said, he a pedestrian. He talking trash. So if he's a pedestrian, why you take it as far as to be like F you? That's.
But we've been seeing this from players. So why are we surprised though?
But that's the Grizzlies. We've been saying the Grizzlies talk too much already.
But I'm saying though, we've been seeing this already with Westbrook, LeBron, KD.
They just caught the right one.
Yeah.
But you just can't do that. It don't matter if they did say something. Cause Westbrook be saying all kind of crazy stuff at fans.
I agree.
But they be saying the same thing like Westbrook. They like, don't be calling you out my name. Then he get all crazy. But Shannon was saying you can't go LeBron. Westbrook.
Wait. Westbrook only gets crazy when people start talking about his family. That's
no. He said they call him Westbrook. They call him.
He can handle that. He's told you he can handle that. But when you get to talking about his family,
I got clips.
It's a different story.
Clips of him walking up to the fan and said, "Don't you call me out my name, like whatever."
Yeah.
Okay, so Westbrook, or he called him the B word.
He called him Westbrook.
Ain't nobody about to walk into a fan's place because you said Westbrook.
Yes.
No.
This video file. I promise you. I sent it to you.
I know there's video out of him walking to people and stuff, but it's not because they said, "Hey, Russell Westbrook."
Yeah, he is sensitive about that. He got mad Skip Bayless for even coining that phrase.
Mm-hmm. He did.
He did for real. I'm not kidding on this.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Oh, you saying like prior to Westbrook? But I don't really believe that. I believe somebody really did call him Westbrook from the get-go.
Okay, let's go back to the Utah. Let's go back to the Utah incident. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Where he said somebody said something racist.
Yeah, but that was different.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying though. He's not just going just walk up to somebody that's saying, "Hey, Westbrook."
But we don't know.
There's more being said, is what I'm saying.
But I'm saying we don't. Well, no, that's speculation, right? We don't know. We don't know if something more was said, or they just really just said Westbrook. We don't know. He been acting crazy about Westbrook this whole time.
I'm gonna ask y'all this then to get back to the Shannon thing.
Mm-hmm.
Was it warranted for him? So Shannon says you can't guard LeBron, you too small. Was it warranted for him to go back and say "F you"?
Nope.
I mean, you talking
That's
to him on. They've been doing this. But do
you see how elevated he took that from "you can't guard him" to "F you"?
Yeah.
I mean,
what's the difference in Westbrook and that?
All right, so y'all not understanding the situation. These guys are not the same era of guys, NBA guys. So we agree. Trash talk, any slight, any anything would set these guys off.
Look, I don't want to hear anything from Memphis because they talk too much. Don't get mad at Shannon Sharp because he's saying you too small. But last year you telling LeBron we here now. You know you disrespecting LeBron.
Yeah,
LeBron
but
had
they
to say
can't
something
handle
last year. And say something
But
last year.
let's be honest though, they have Kid fans out for. If Shannon Sharp was just a regular fan, he probably been.
Oh yeah, he gone. He
should
should
have been gone. He should have been gone.
So I don't really fault Brooks. I mean, he just reacted to what
Shannon Sharp calling him small. That's what he reacted to. You're right.
Yeah, these guys are sensitive. These not the same NBA players from the '90s. So that's why I don't hide. That's why I don't hold them up to that level because we already know this. That's why I don't hold them up to that standard. That's why
I'm just trying to make sure everybody understands how soft Dylan Brooks is because Shannon Sharp said he was too small.
League, man. You can't say anything to the guy. You can't even say miss. You know how somebody at the free throw line miss it. They get pissed off. Like who said that?
No wonder Ben Simmons checked out for 2 years.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's unbelievable that you can't just say you can't guard him. You too small, and they're like,
look. If I'm Shannon Sharp, I'm paying $20,000 for 4 seats. I'm gonna say whatever I want to say.
That's what I'm saying. I'll say West Brick. I'll scream it to the top of my lungs. And
Ben, you done played ball in the hood before, Ben. You know how it is. People that can't even hoop be talking to you crazy.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna tell Desmond Bain.
That's why I understand these guys are from the hood. So how they can't handle this little simple?
They're not. They don't be
from the hood. Everybody from the hood.
I know, but I'm saying like Westbrook from the hood.
Yeah,
they say that. I mean,
somewhat. He wearing dresses now, so I'm not sure.
I don't know what type of hood he's from. I mean, but the thing about being from the hood, that don't automatically make you tough. I mean, there's some people from the hood. Yeah, I grew up in the hood. I was not the tough guy. I was not in the streets. I didn't do any of that. You know, actually, that got me in a lot of trouble because you want to prove a point to people that you are tough. Because my mom, I had to be inside when the street light was on. I had, I wasn't going everywhere doing everything. I was parent. I was being parenting. So it's like, but like back to your point, these guys are just different. They're a different type of player. They ain't all soft either. They just don't deal with criticism well. They think somebody's hating on them when you criticize them. So, but I think Shannon too, like you said, Shannon had a lot of pent up emotion. He should have took that out on Skip on national TV when Skip put your glasses back on. Come across the table, Skip. Come across the table. That's what you do. He should have been right there with it.
I agree.
Yeah. So I like seeing stuff like that, but apparently NBA players don't like it.
Hey Ben, if I want to say Desmond Bain, you 6'4" with the reach of a 5'10" person, I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
I think it was good that him and T Morant they dapped it up after that though. That was good.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Yeah, T was always down. T was always with the piece. He was trying to get him to come over to calm down. You know, T wasn't trying to fight. Yeah.
Well, I think, and that's why they wouldn't hug because everybody was trying to make it like T Morant was trying to go over there and fight with Shannon too because of the son.
Yeah.
I'm glad they hugged it out to show. Yeah. You know, even with the confusion and everything that went on, we still can come to differences and set things aside and meet in the middle. That's what the hug showed.
I want to say this: muscles don't define a lot of things when it comes to an altercation. If he grabbed T, he either did away with T and devoured him. But
did he grab Steven Adams?
Don't take a one punch. And I see most of Bound Man sleeping. Like he wasn't gonna grab Steven Adams either because Steven Adams was at the top of his head.
Oh, he got the talking. Steven Adams didn't want none. I said, oh no, buddy, you didn't want none. I know you big, Shannon, but do you see Steven Adams?
I think Shannon needs to realize too that, you know, he might have been drinking a little too much of that the Portugal.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look, Brian's so messy. He put something on Instagram talking about I'm riding with Uncle all day. I'm riding with Uncle all day.
I got a question for y'all because I asked my wife this earlier. How many times, and I think I'm starting to see it now more recently, and I'm glad because I used to see Shannon Sharp advocate for LeBron James so much, and LeBron would never say nothing. It's like
Right.
now I'm starting to see LeBron finally acknowledge Shannon Sharp. I'm not saying he never did, but as
Finally,
much as
bro.
Shannon Sharp showed him love and everything for the past couple of years, I'm starting to now see it, which is a good thing.
Because of Skip.
Maybe right.
Maybe.
Maybe right.
He still ain't
It's like
acknowledged Skip.
It's like he finally got in his fan club. Like they hugging it. They be like they were standing face to face. I'm like he finally just broke through that whole. The first time with you, Braun wouldn't acknowledge him like that.
Shannon wearing the goat mask with a cigar in his mouth and a cup of yak on the. I'm saying, come on now, bro. You see this?
Yep.
All right, y'all ready for the stud and dud?
Let's get it.
Mm-hmm.
Stud dud.
Stud or dud of the week.
All right, let's start with RC. Who your stud?
That's easy, man. I gotta figure out what Brock's middle name is. But I call him BP. Brock Purdy. You know
And
what I'm saying?
Tyler.
He's
Tyler,
always
who
pumping
yours?
gas.
I'm not even gonna start. Tyler, who your stud?
Kittle.
All right, two in the same play. Let's get it.
Purdy. A lot of room now. Odin up over the middle. Oh, what a catch by Kittle. Are you kidding? George Kittle.
Diggs ain't want none of that. Diggs didn't want none of that.
They be like, nope, gotta go be with the Power Wars Day Mama tonight. Gotta say bye-bye. Hey, bro, listen.
Diz, call your brother. Call him.
Purdy turned that shoulder and set up for that pass. Purdy got that swag, bro. I know you don't like that, man. I know you're not used to that, man. Purdy bad boy.
All right, Flowers, who your stud?
Well, I gave you two just in case my first one was taken. You never did tell me, but my first one was Joe Mixon, right? If I'm correct.
I think it was Joe Burrow. No, it
No,
was
Joe Mixon. Joe
It
Mixon.
was Joe.
It was a Joe.
Yeah, I think I got you down for Joe Burrow. I think I probably seen it wrong or something. My bad.
We'll ride with it, Joe on Joe Crime. We'll
All
ride
right,
with
let's go. Let's go.
And 3. Burrow facing pressure. Goes over the top. Wide open is Chase. And he splits the defenders for the
He
touchdown.
was so open.
Like they did not look like they wanted to tackle him.
They didn't want to cover it. Not one.
They did not want to tackle or cover him.
Yeah, they look very
I
cold.
let Chase wide open like that. They didn't want to play.
They were cold.
Well,
They ready to go home.
You know how much Jamar Chase weigh? I think people forget that.
What, 210, ain't he?
No. Jamar Chase is like 225.
It's like a backer.
He don't look like it.
I know. Deceiving.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my stud of the week is
Yeah, Prescott.
unfortunately he lost, but you probably can guess who it is. It's Mr. Hurts.
Yeah, the first down pass play. Jalen Hurts has been locked in so far. Wants it all and has Brown. One play to get in the end zone. A.J. Brown.
He don't look hurt to me, fellas.
Yeah, he
He
throwing
don't
on
look
air.
hurt to me. Might be hurt Sunday though.
He's throwing on air. He won't have a pass that wide open.
I see throwing on air.
Throwing on air.
All right, T. Right, who your dud?
Who was my dude? Oh, Dak.
See, y'all so biased, bro. Like y'all,
Dakota Prescott.
man.
I spell.
Prescott. It is picked off by Fred Warner. Warner's got it. Lamb chases him down in a second interception today for the 49ers.
Y'all
my
live in the
other
moment
stud.
too much, bro. Y'all, there were other games that Josh Allen. Nobody ain't say Josh Allen. Come on, guys.
Bro, I picked that too,
I
dude.
watched that game.
Yeah, I know you did. Y'all live in the moment, bro. Come on now.
Wait,
Who
how
ain't
you
in the
let us
moment?
pick the same stud? I mean, dude.
He did, bro.
I let y'all get the dud since there were two bad plays. Where RC's at? I'm pull up RC.
Yeah, that's the first. That's the first right there, man. I ain't know.
Yeah, it's the playoffs. It's playoffs. You don't have a lot of people to choose from, so I let y'all
Double D's.
Yeah.
He was that bad.
Third long. Blitz coming. Prescott fires. Oh, it's intercepted. Far side of the field. Diamador Lenore read it. Picked kicked it off, and the Niners in business.
I think Gallup ran the wrong route or something.
I think
Wow.
Dak was expecting a comeback, and Gallup ran a hitch.
Yep. Well, I look at it now.
Bro, I'm telling you something. Dak, when they run a play and he see it the one way the first time, and they run it again, he locks in on that same person.
Yep.
You know, the 49ers could see that they was able to pick him off. He's trying to go back to Diggs or Schultz. He's gonna go to them two players over and over and over.
All right, Flowers. Who your dud?
The Buffalo defensive line.
Here we go. You said defensive line? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
3. Burrow facing pressure, goes over the top, wide open is Chase, and he splits the defenders for the.
I got
that boy back there eating a ham sandwich. You could have showed any. You could have showed any play. It wouldn't even matter.
Yeah, I think I clicked on the wrong one. I think I got a label wrong. Yeah, I think I do. Okay, I showed this one. This I just showed the whole defense. This is another play right here.
So it's 3rd and 7. To the end zone. Open! Wide open! Hurst hauls it in for another Cincinnati.
Didn't even look like they were interested in playing. And you wonder why Stephen Diggs just ran off the field.
Right.
And went to the locker room.
Man, he was the same way. He didn't seem too interested. All right, my dud is. Let me see. Can I pull it up real quick? Hold on. T. Wright. No, that was Gatwood that had Kelsey at his stud. That's what it was. My dud of the week is Stephon Diggs.
Ooh.
Diggs wants to win. You know, he's a highly emotional player. They love each other, but right there he's like, listen, I was open.
Let that man study his film.
But it's snoring. It's snoring, man.
What's that about me, RC? Let that man study his film.
Bro, he's looking at the iPad. He don't want to look
at it. He's looking at it too hard, RC. He's looking at that iPad too hard.
If Diggs yelled at me, I'm like, bro, how about you go study some film, Diggs? Still yelling at me, bro. You need to get your foot in the film, your face in the film.
And Diggs would have said, how about you stop overthrowing everybody?
Right.
How about this?
How about you run the right route, and then maybe I want over.
Then we would have been fighting. Then they would have had to trade me.
Right.
I respect them for getting nice line looking up though. That probably would have took that somewhere else. Diggs was mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was mad.
Maybe it's a good thing I'm not a professional athlete.
Bro, you hit you with one of these, bro. Somebody hit you with one of these. Yeah.
Nah, I'll probably come off that bench.
I'm here.
I don't know. Me, like I don't know what it is, but I always get into it with somebody.
Yeah, you spread them arms out. It's like it's whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? You got something to say? Oh man, I remember one time me and Dustin got in it. He argued on the bench. That joke was crazy.
And moms come out like that. It's a problem though.
Yeah, bro. Somebody hit you with one of these.
We got
in front of everybody too.
Tie your shoes up.
Yeah, I know. Let's go. All right. I said, okay. You definitely ain't getting the ball this time.
Make sure you ain't got no black forces on.
Oh man. Is there anything else y'all want to bring up for me in the pod? I say I'll keep the show to an hour. We went to an hour and 38.
Still not two.
Yeah. So anything else y'all want to bring up for me in the pod?
Good week of football. We hoping for a better week.
Yeah, what you got it? Hold on. Do you got any locks? I got all the keys. You got any locks?
you saying you the grand master?
All I'm saying is you up here locking stuff up, and
I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna wait till next year. I don't think I'm gonna do any more locks this year.
Oh man, no.
That'd be too easy. I don't want to bring them back to back. You know what I'm saying? That's too easy.
Bro. I never thought I'd see a Saints fan go that hard in for Cowboys.
For the Cowboys.
Oh man, like you can't look at me as a fan.
Bro, listen. Marcus Spears played for the Cowboys, and he didn't even pick him.
That's fine though. He thought different of the game. You know that happens. You know, I ain't like Skip. Just keep going for the same people over and over. I try to pick a winner.
You see Skip throw his Dak jersey away?
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
See,
I was
that's what I'm
mad.
talking about.
I was actually mad about that. I was actually mad about that.
That's like me throwing away a Breeze jersey. I'll screw up TJ.
Bruh.
I'm done.
You know, you
It was
gotta
funny.
really throw somebody's jersey in the trash. So.
Bro, I was kind of
for
mad.
that jersey. Hey,
Like, what's the
it's gonna
point? They
hang up.
stuck with him. What he mad about? They stuck with him.
Yep. I was kind of upset with them about that because I feel like at the end of the day, you know, if Dak didn't lose, it is very disrespectful to do that. Like, dude, I mean, God, Lee, I was like, man, they tripping. Bubba putting lighter fluid. Like,
People
it just,
scoring
to me,
TVs.
the Cowboy fans are a bit extreme. Like, it just,
I really could put together contemplation videos of everything that happened this weekend with the Cowboys fans. It was ridiculous.
They act like it was LeBron James' decision. The first one.
You seen bro punch the TV?
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, like they were going to the Super Bowl. Hey, look, the thing is, they had one more game to play if they would beat y'all. Like, that's crazy. Like, y'all that mad.
We're going to beat the Eagles without Tony Pollard.
Well, RC, you did tell them if they would have won the game, they would have won. They would have been lifting Sunday.
I say casualties award, bro. The same thing happened to the Eagles. If the Eagles beat San Francisco on Sunday, they're gonna go into the Super Bowl without somebody. You want to lock that in?
RC,
So
if the Eagles beat y'all, you going for an AFC team?
No, I'm going for the Eagles. Like, listen. I think I would rather see somebody new win. Even though the Eagles they only won one Super Bowl, I would love to see Jalen Hurts. If they beat us, if the Cowboys would have beat us, I would have been
Eagles versus
the
Bengals. You want to pull for the Bengals?
That's tough. I like Joe Burrow too. That'd have been tough for me. I'd have been split on that. But I think the Eagles, the teams it's gonna be fun. Anybody but Patrick Mahomes.
I'm getting tired of saying Patrick Mahomes.
I mean,
5 straight AFC championships.
Come on, bro. Like, he's wrong, dude.
That's why I'm hoping the Bills will take care. That's why I'm hoping the Bills will take care of business because they'll be fresh to see them after all that misery they had. 4 straight Super Bowls.
But this weekend, bro, it's gonna be really good to watch the best 2 teams on each side. To me, I think all year long the Bengals have been consistent, and of course the Chiefs been consistent. The Bengals and the Niners started out the same. They started slow and then they took off. But the Eagles have been there and the Chiefs have been there. So it's going to be good to see that. It's going to be some good talent, a lot of talent on that field, especially the Eagles and Niners, a lot of talent. So it's going to come down to come down to those quarterbacks that played each other before. So
that's right. So I can't wait for this weekend. All right, guys, that's the show. Y'all can catch us on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all major social media platforms. Like and subscribe, share with family and friends. We really appreciate the support. And like always, we are out of here.
Peace and love.